This is my 992 GT3 and that is my dream car. This is my fully sent G87 M2 and today we're going to be comparing the two.
Jack, these are two very different cars, mate, so why are we actually going to be comparing these today?
Because this is basically perfect from factory and it's been designed to be that way. The BM is obviously a different type of car and it's full of compromises from factory to hit price points and all the rest of it, and then we've kind of built it to be perfect for what we want it for.
Yeah, you've personalised it a little bit.
I've personalised it,
What do you want to get started with, Jack?
Well, as I said, these are two very different cars. They have two completely different split personalities. This is over 700 brake now and it essentially wants to kill you when you get in it. And this is obviously perfection. I think before we get started, let's go through some top line numbers of each car and give you a bit of an overview on what they are. Right, starting with power on the M2, lift up the carbon Kevlar Adro hood.
Oh, he's
bonnet.
just flexing on us now, isn't he?
I mean, look at this inside, bro. It looks crazy. From factory, these are around 450 brake, rear wheel drive. This is an auto, you can get it in manual as well. This has now been tuned. It's had its ECU sent off to space and it's now got 710 brake horsepower, around 850 Newton meters of torque.
Yeah, it is a death trap, this.
Even Venturi, honestly, we don't tend to run anything else in our cars. Obviously, the best of the best, creme de la creme. Even Venturi engine cover. This was a bespoke TRE strut brace we designed and never actually followed through on because it was working out a bit expensive for customers. But
it was very expensive.
if you like it, let us know. Maybe we can revise that, relive it. Anyway, so that's power.
Obviously, this car has the Adro body kit and a few of our parts on it. Talk a little bit about that front bumper, because that's not the normal bumper, is it?
No, this is a complete replacement front bumper. Adro kind of did their facelift job on this. Carbon CSL style grills, carbon splitter. And yeah, I think it looks amazing. From our perspective, we just want the car to be unique and different, and you're never going to see another one of these on the road. No,
it looks sick. Wheels. This was a big talking point when we was actually building this car, wasn't it?
Yep.
And first of all, I didn't actually like these, but I'll let Jack talk about it now. Cause
You actually didn't, did you?
No, I
Turn
didn't.
over like, oh, they're stiff. But we've actually, because they're two-piece, we've actually split the design up a couple of times. You might be able to overlay a couple of clips.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of different looks for these same wheels, and I just think they suit the car really nicely. HRE 520s?
Yeah, they are 520s.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Talk about interior. Pop them doors open.
Oh, look at that. Car comes with carbon fibre trim from factory, but we've done satin PPF on that because satin PPF everything inside, in my opinion.
And the screen.
And the screen, yeah, makes such a difference, honestly, like just getting rid of the glare. Tilt bucket seats. Obviously, I don't know if you've ever felt a stock seat, but they genuinely weigh more than the moon. So
yeah, we had the comfort seats as well, not the carbon ones, didn't we?
Yeah. Although the carbon ones are still really heavy.
One other thing in there before you shut that door.
Sorry. Oh, steering wheel.
Yeah.
TRE steering wheel. Very nice.
We had the pre-facelift one and Jack switched that out for the TRE facelift version.
And that was matte carbon as well.
And some magnetic paddles.
Yes.
Suspension.
Yep, so it is sat on...
MSS.
Yeah.
At least I know this car. This is Jack's car.
No, but I was thinking MSS have gone out of business now, haven't they?
Well, yeah, they have, unfortunately.
Yeah. Honestly, car ride's really nice. They are a bit soft, so I think we're going to be changing out for a set of coilovers or something like that. Maybe some nitrons or Bilsteins or something at some point.
That's it. Underneath the car, we've had a few bits done by Swift. It's got like adjustable rear tow arms, camber plates, a load of other bits that we're not going to go too much detail into, but it makes the car drive a lot better.
Yeah, one of the things we did do was the bushing on the steering rack, was that right?
Oh, it was on the
control arms.
Control arms, yeah.
Control arms, and that made a massive difference to the steering feel.
Yeah, it actually feels like it's got good steering.
Yeah, it actually does. Yeah, it's really good. LCI badge. I know that's a minor little detail, but I really like this, and I'm going to put that on the F87.
I thought you were going to say you're going to put that on the Porsche.
I could bang on the Porsche. The last thing, the most controversial part of this car at Gravity Show was these.
Yeah, clear tail lights. They're a new product that we're currently testing at the moment.
Yeah, I'm running them for now. They're not available in the store yet, but if you like them, let me know. But we're going to be running these for a couple of months. Make sure they're all sweet. The things when you change out brake lights and headlights, you get problems with misting and all the rest of it, and we want to make sure that it's sweet before we put it to market.
Last couple of bits on the rear end, we've obviously got the TR87 rear wing, which actually is functional, and the Adro rear diffuser as well.
Yep, super aggressive, really looks good, the Adro rear diffuser actually, big fan. Oh, and also shout out to CT Carbon, these are fender inserts from those boys.
Yeah, very nice. Right, let's talk about the Porsche now.
Let's do it.
Because the Porsche isn't too much to talk about.
Let's start with the colour, because I think that's the most noticeable thing. I'm going to be 100% honest here, and I don't think I've told you this, Nave.
Go on.
When I see this colour online, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like it.
Oh,
it looks
really?
a bit like saw. I don't know. Like, just, I don't know. When I see it in pictures and photos, it don't do it justice. But in person, I promise you, this looks insane.
Yeah, I actually really like it.
PTS Riviera Blue. I've not seen another one. Now, from factory, actually, because I've got the configurator on my phone and stuff, this actually comes with satin black wheels, but the previous owner has put the gold wheels on, and you hated them.
Yeah, I'm sitting there nodding as if I actually like them, but I'm just not a massive fan against the blue with this. It reminds me, I know it's not a Subaru, it's far from a Subaru.
Yeah, no, I do hear it, but
that's what it kind of reminds me of.
yeah, I honestly as well, mate, same thing. I see it in the photos, I wanted to hate it, and then I see it in person, I'm like, I actually really like it.
Yeah, it has grown on me massively since we've had the car, I'm going to be honest, and the yellow ties in nicely behind the gold, which looks good.
So as Nave said, we've not done too many mods to this. I mean, I'm about to go through a massive kit we've done, but there's going to be a video coming up where we're going to do loads of little mods, which we'll go into later at a later date. But for now, this car is essentially stock other than full Atro body kit.
Yeah.
So that consists of this GT3 RS inspired rear wing with the double blade and stuff like that, because from factory they have a single blade rear wing. It's also probably double the height of the stock wing.
Yeah, it's massive.
Like if you see a stock GT3 now, you realise how sort of
it makes you look really small, but you're not actually that small.
Nah, I'm
How tall are you?
I'm like 6'10". Carbon rear diffuser, because again, from factory, all of this is like plastic. So that's all replaced, it's all carbon fibre, looks really nice. This as well, all carbon fibre under tray, goes about a metre under the car. So you've got a proper diffuser, does proper diffusing things. There's our gravity sticker, because we won an award. Well, I say we, Adro won an award, to be fair to them. Best product at the show. Also, big thing, carbon ceramics.
Yeah, because we actually had one to begin with that didn't have
Stills,
that.
yeah. They just look cool in my opinion. Obviously they perform better, but I like the way they look. So carbon side skirts, carbon mirror caps. This is missing the carbon fibre roof, which I don't know how I feel about that.
It's got a stripe on it though.
It's got a stripe, which Nate hates as well.
Yeah.
And then up the front, again, full replacement here, carbon fibre. You've got the classic Adro fins as well, but they don't just look good. Behind this grille, there's a bit of like ducting which goes to the brakes, and then also you've got the intercooler here. So that is an intercooler, isn't it?
Not an intercooler,
no. It's not. It's,
it'd be a rad.
It's just a rad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not got a turbo, so
Yeah,
don't be a Jack. Anyway, so it helps separate that air out, which is, so it's functional as well, and this generates a load more downforce. So yeah, overall, the kit adds like 30% of downforce on top of the GT3 in its max downforce setting. So
yeah,
doesn't just look good, is actually functional.
If you want to see a little bit more of that, we actually got our friend Liam Lawson, F1 driver, to test on the track, and we filmed the whole video, and it actually made a huge difference.
Yes.
Actually fitting this kit. It's not just to look good, it added a lot of driver confidence for someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, 100%. Whilst we're on the topic of Adro, let's talk about these three cars behind me. They all have one thing in common. They are running full Adro body kits. The reason for that is that we are the exclusive distributor for Adro here in the UK. So if you like what you see in this video, or you're thinking about getting an Adro kit for your car, make sure you check out the AUTOID website. With that being said, let's get back to the video. One thing we have skipped over is the power. Obviously, This is PDK. It's naturally aspirated inline six-cylinder. No, flat six-cylinder. I keep getting my numbers wrong. Sorry.
I don't even know with this.
It's a flat six-cylinder, 500 horsepower, which most people will tell you that is the perfect amount of power for on the road. So I would have to agree, having driven this car.
Yeah, I'm completely opposite of that, because I had daily a car which is 550 brake horsepower, and I think it needs a bit more.
Yeah, but you've got something wrong with you.
Yeah, I know.
So the question you're probably wondering is, does this car justify being twice the price of that one? And in truth, is it actually twice the price after all the money we've spent on that? So surprisingly, like most modern BMWs, this M2 punches well above its weight in a number of areas.
So what are them areas, Jack?
Well, Nathan, I'm so glad that you asked, because number one, let's talk about the engine. The S58 is probably the modern 2JZ.
Yeah, you are right.
I would say that. Before it was the B58, and then they brought out the S58, and now all B58 owners are fuming.
In terms of power you can get from simple tuning and bolt-ons, it's pretty mad, isn't it?
So this is basically a D-cap.
Can't say D-cat, sports cat.
Sorry, I was wrong, sorry. It's a sports cat and a tune, and you can get 700 horsepower out of it.
And it's a fast 700 horsepower.
Yeah, and also now, we can't do that in here because I genuinely will make everyone deaf. It does shoot big, fat, immature flames. And because of all that power, this car would blow the doors off of that in a straight line.
That's mad to think, actually.
It's crazy, yeah.
And it's not even a little bit, it is.
Car lengths, like, honestly, these side by side, this thing is rapid. I cannot imagine what some of these big fat single turbo builds are like when they're like pushing over thousands of horsepower. This must just feel crazy.
Be just stupid. Right, come on, give us another point. Day-to-day use of the car, because this is something I remember shocked you a little bit.
Yes, honestly, as a daily, this car is absolutely unreal. Now, we have done the classic thing where you buy a really nice car that's really good for daily and then you completely destroy it by putting carbon buckets in. But these seats are more comfortable than the carbon buckets in the GT3. Honestly, I have to say this because this literally just looks like a bit of padding, but when you speak to the guys at Tillit, they genuinely say the only reason there's padding on there is for aesthetics. Because of the way the seat's been moulded, it's so comfortable.
Just tucks you in. What I meant in terms of usability is just driving around town and stuff like that. This
is obviously set up to be more of a daily than that, but we've obviously then gone and ruined this car and made it not a daily. Yeah. So suspension wise, you would probably think that this would be worse because of the stuff that we've done to it. But honestly, I caught a lot of steam and caught a lot of flack for what I said about that car. But honestly, the day-to-day ride in that car is like unbearable when you're on the road, in my opinion. I genuinely want to have the ST suspension tune done on it and all that. Whereas this is really, really good. Gearbox, this is running a ZF8, that's running PDK. The PDK, up the revs, perfect, literal perfection. At low speed, I genuinely feel like I'm back in 1996. You have to like put your foot down and then all of a sudden like the clutch won't bite and then like it is honestly a pain in the arse at low speeds and kind of maneuvering. Whereas this is, again, the ZF8 gearbox, what BMW have done is bang on, honestly.
On that gearbox, I literally rang you, what was it, like last week, and I was like, Jack, I think there's something wrong with this gearbox, because you like accelerate as if you was going to reverse, and the revs have gone up to 3k and it still weren't pulling back, and he was like, no, it's when it's cold, it does that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
You rev up to like 2.5, 3k, and then all of a sudden the clutch will bite, and then it will start to reverse.
Yeah.
But whereas this, to give BMW credit, obviously they moved from DCT to ZF8 and everyone went mental. They're like, why have they done that? This is going to be like a slush box, but this has got an XHP gearbox tune on it. And that, when you're going through the gears, you don't have the same like that you get with that, but honestly still the shifts are so quick.
And it's also nice that it has 8 gears.
Yeah, so when you're...
Yeah, you get power band all the time, innit?
And not only that, I drove 3 hours back from Cadwell Park in that car and I genuinely had like titness or whatever it is where your ears are like
Tickness?
ringing. Was that tinnitus?
Did you say tickness?
I called it titness.
Oh, I thought you meant tickness as in sickness with a T.
No, like tinnitus. Oh. That's what it is. Well, your ears are like ringing because it's so loud, because you're sat at 7,000, you're in 7th gear, but like you're sat so high up the rev range, whereas like this car is, you can breeze it. We are picking out, by the way, before all of you people go mental in the comments, we're comparing why this car is punching above its weight. We'll get to how good that car is in a second.
Just in a second. Fuel between the two?
Honestly, fairly similar. Probably this is a bit worse now, but otherwise daily this would be better because you've got the extra gear. So me and Nath were just discussing, what is it like when you're driving these cars, just in terms of like, as an experience, taking the car out? And you were saying... Yeah,
like if I get sort of, because I used to have the R8 obviously, and I've obviously driven the GT3. With BMWs, I'm quite comfortable driving it around anywhere, throwing it in like a pub car park, and walking off and not worrying about it, even if it's sent like this. Whereas if it's like an R8 or something like that, it attracts a different type of people looking at it. And that puts me a bit on edge. I'm worried about where I'd park that, whereas this, I'd put it anywhere. But Jack's got a completely different take.
So my take's a bit different because whenever I drive this car, as much as I love driving it, I'm constantly getting people trying to race me everywhere I go. And if I've got, you know, my dog in the passenger seat and stuff, I can't drop the gears down and send it.
What, and that doesn't happen in that?
Honestly, no. All I get in that car is people thumbs up, like, people just love that car when they see it. I think also the colour helps. I think the reaction would be different. I think if that was like a dark green, people would be like, and they'd just be like on, but where they see the blue and it stands out, they're like, this is sick. And I think from just a general perspective, like if I was going to pick one of two, like if we gave the scenario of like, you've got the weekend and you can pick the keys to this or this.
You're taking a GT3.
Yeah.
What, just to go to the pub in? This is when you know he's built different.
No, I just, let's talk about this car now.
Let's talk about GT3 points, come. Let's start from the front.
So now let's talk about my dream car. And honestly, every time I look at this car, it puts a smile on my face because it is so special. One of the things you can't kind of explain on camera or to people is the experience of getting behind the wheel of one of these, because someone will say to you, oh, I drive a Porsche, and you get why there's like Porsche fanatics, but then you get behind the wheel of one and you're like, wow, this makes sense. This is, the way I explain it is that imagine you're, you know, you turn up to your mate's house and there's a party going on or something. Outside, all you hear is the thumping, but you can slightly hear the music, right? That's like driving like a normal car. This thing is like you've gone inside and you're headed against the speaker and you are fully wired in and connected to like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, yeah. That's a great way of explaining it.
Like you are just so in tune with everything, and all of the complaints you have about it are like nulled because it's just unbelievable to drive.
It's like Avatar, you know, when he like plugs in and then he like takes over.
Yeah, or like the Matrix. Like,
yeah. What is the biggest difference that you would say between this and that?
I would say that the biggest difference is the power in that car is all consuming, and you honestly, if you're in the fully send mode, it's difficult to put the power down and all that. That's just all the car is, the power. This is, as I just explained, is all about the driving. It's like you've gone onto Gran Turismo and you've turned all of the settings up of the car, so it's got max aero, max power, max traction, max brakes, everything, and you can just do everything you want with the car. It's like you're cheating. That's kind of what it feels like.
It is just a perfect balanced car.
Yeah.
That is why people say Porsches are perfect.
And it's even little things like the steering wheel is not some fat chunky thing that like BMW seem to be obsessed with doing. It's this tiny little dainty steering wheel and it's got real Alcantara on it. It just feels unreal. So talking about the interior of this car, I personally think there is so much theatre with driving this car. Nath was just saying that it's weird that you would probably argue that the M2 interior looks more modern, looks more like...
Yeah, it's a bit more up to date with life.
Yeah, whereas this looks a bit more analog. But honestly, like for the 992.2, they changed all of this. So it's just all digital now, and I don't like that. I really like the fact you've got the digital with the analog dials, and then obviously you've got the Apple CarPlay. What was weird, I explained this in a different video, is that this car is really forward in some ways. Like for example, in the Apple CarPlay, I can control all of the fans and all of the rest of it, and all the LED lights and directly in CarPlay. BMW have all of the same ability to do so, but they don't.
Yeah,
so
it's like forward in technology in some places and then not in others.
But then also with the GT3, like you look in your rearview mirror and you're looking for a roll cage. Like from factory, which is so sick.
It's the whole experience of being in this car versus...
Like the throttle position, the throttle and brake, right? This car is completely designed for left foot braking. Throttle pedal is slightly set back. So if you try to move to the brake, I don't know if you can see that, you sort of like knock your foot on the brake unless you go back. So it's a bit uncomfortable. So it's designed for left foot braking. So when you're on the track, it's unreal. Whereas that's actually a bit more difficult to left foot braking on track.
Definitely, it's offset a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, Jack, now you've said all that, I'm going to ask you multiple different situations where whether you're going to take this car or that car.
All right.
Let's ask the obvious one. Round the track. GT3.
GT3.
To go to the shops and back.
GT3.
To go walk the dog.
Oh, that.
What about to transport a family member that's 50 years old plus?
Well, that's a tough one because they're both a bastard to get in and out of. I would say Porsche. Although no, I would say BMW because the suspension's a bit more compliant and they wouldn't moan as much.
Road trip to the Nürburgring with you driving from England to Germany, but you're not actually going on the Nürburgring. You're just driving.
Adaptive cruise control.
Just for straight motorway miles and top speed runs.
Yeah.
All right, what about if you go to Nürburgring as well?
Oh mate, come on.
You'd have to firm that. Jack said he's got another one, hold up.
You turning up to a funeral.
Neither of them. I have to pick one. No, you know what? Probably that.
All right, what about this one? Yeah.
Go on.
Let's pretend you're a business owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got to drive up there to the business.
Yeah.
You've got to park outside, and then you've got to tell the whole workforce you're laying them off.
Oh, is this what he's planning at the moment? Yeah. Oh, straight. I can't.
What car's the most appropriate one to turn up in to tell everyone they're getting fired?
Oh, I'll probably take the GT3 because at that point.
What would you guys say? What would you say? I'm interested to know. I do want to address a quick point because we've touched on track stuff and obviously this has been the go-to choice, but I want to give credit where credit's due to the M2 because we've sent this to a point where it's like stupid for track. But if you check out the guys at Swift Performance, those guys have built their car in a similar way that you would have a GT3. And that car's like 600 brake or something like that. They've taken out the rear seats and you can make this car probably 95% as quick as one of these. Maybe faster if you fully sent it for probably half the dough.
Yeah, that is where the M2 is in value.
Yeah. So like, being honest, if you haven't got GT3 money, which most people don't, let's be honest, they're expensive cars, this thing you are not going to be disappointed with if you send one of these to the moon because I love the way this drives on the track. And if I'm being honest again, this drove so much better when it was lower power.
Yeah.
On track.
I mean, it's more fun on the road.
It's more fun. Like honestly, it's a lot of fun just taking the piss and doing fat 11s, but yeah, lower power, this car is actually more fun and more controllable on track. Let's talk money.
Yeah, so how much are you in with that and how much are you in with that?
Right, so let's talk about the Porsche GT3 first.
Yep.
So this car, second hand, £165,000, and then the Adro kit is £23,000. But I didn't pay for fitting because I fit it myself.
You actually fit him. Why have you tucked your top into your trousers?
I don't know, just...
You look like a cowboy. I fit the kit, the Adro kit myself.
Was that your accent?
Yeah.
So this car probably owes us just under 190 grand.
Yeah, that's outrageous. Right, what about this?
This car was, I want to get this right. So list price on this car was 65 grand. I think Tony done us a bit of a deal. I think we got it just under 60 in the end. We have probably spent another 60 on top of that in mods.
60?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's 60?
Well, we did a video about a year ago.
Oh, it was like 40.
That was at like 50 then. And now since then we've wrapped it. We've put a full Adro kit on it, including bumper and
so what's
I'm guessing.
So this is about 120 then, call it.
Yeah.
And that is 190.
190.
Very, very different price brackets, even at £60,000 in mods.
Yeah. And I honestly think you could build a car that's 95% as good as that by buying one of them on the used market for 45, 50 grand and then putting 20 grand into it. And you could have a car that's like...
Do you honestly think that?
I think you could get close. Because there's mods to this you can make that don't really cost you much, like stripping the rear seats out, getting rid of loads of sound deadening, changing the seats so they're like actual proper carbon buckets. I think the carbon buckets that you can spec on these are actually stupidly heavy as well. Like I think if you want lightweight, don't bother, just get the comfort seats, rip them out and put tillets in. That'd be my view on it.
Yeah, it's a pretty mad take. So Jack, you told them a lot about mods on the M2, but you haven't really said about any mods for the GT3. What are your plans for the GT3 as well, mate?
Sacrilege, you cannot modify a GT3.
I mean, we're gonna
Obviously, we've already done that, we're gonna send it. We've done styling, pretty happy with that. I think there's a few other bits and bobs styling wise we're gonna do. I really like the door pulls you get in the GT3 RS. I think we might make our own version of those. A few other bits, paddles and whatnot. Wheels, I love the stock wheels, but on track, you break one of these or whatever it is, having a second set of these is a nightmare. I think there's something we can do there, so watch that space. And then the most important mod for me on this car is going to be at the back.
And I can't wait for this.
These two little pipes are going to be extremely loud in the future. And I want to have a little thing here that says, do not stand within 3 feet, otherwise you're going to burn your legs.
So you're going to tune it as well?
That's telling.
Oh, you're going to tune it, Jack?
Naturally.
Naturally?
No, but I mean, come on, man.
It's got to be done.
It's so sick. And like, when you hear these things at full chat, straight pipes, oh, mate. You think this car gives you the fizz now? Imagine it then.
Oh, it's gonna be mental. So there's gonna be a lot upcoming in the future for this. Maybe everything you've said today that kind of flags that up, it all just goes out the window once you've done a few more mods to the GT3.
Yeah, and honestly, I have just realised as well, we have bought this car at the single worst time of the year.
Yeah, we're coming into winter now.
Literally going into winter, and I'm like, yeah, let's fully send it now.
I wonder if it might be good in snow.
So the question for the comment section is, would you rather that car for 185 grand or this car and 60 grand in the bank? What do you think? No? She don't care.
Nala said the M2, I think.
I think she said
she's
M2.
never been in the GT3.
No, I don't think she ever will either. If you've watched this video and you think, yeah, I'd like some of that, I'd like some of those mods on my car, but you've never done it before, do not worry. Reach out to either myself or someone from the AUTOID team. We'll be able to guide you through the process of modifying one of these or any car. To be honest, we make parts and supply parts for a number of different makes and models. Please do reach out. There's a link in the description below. And there is a code called YouTube5. If you use that, you'll get a discount at checkout. So please do subscribe to our channel. If you aren't already subscribed, it means a lot to us, and we'll see you guys next week in the next video.